up your head, pick up your body. Get on the bus, it's time to party. It's Gregory. It is a Saturday night, Gregory. Take your socks off and take your pants on. Get in the car and drive on.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. You want me to bring us in?
You bring us in.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to... No, you go. It's your podcast. Go ahead.
It's ours.
It's our podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to Save This Podcast. I am your host, along with the two people next to me. To my right, the G-Man himself, Gregory Stone. And to my left,
I don't get to do a hello?
Rogers, who gives a shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
You say Greg Stone, and I do a catchphrase.
He hasn't even said who he is yet.
I was doing a bit. I was going to be like, do the fanfare for you, and then I was going to go, and to my left, Steve Rogers, who gives a shit.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Could I try? Come on. This is how I would have done it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Save This Podcast. I'm Greg Stone. That's it. Oh, no. And then Sam Evans and my friend Rick.
Oh.
I love Rick.
I already got bumped for my father. That's not fair. Hi, I'm Steven Rogers, and welcome to Save This Podcast.
That's right, everybody.
Big question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this podcast?
I don't know, but you got to save it.
All right. Let's get to the meat, and then we can discuss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Save This Podcast. The three of us, we're friends. We're doing this podcast, okay? It starts today when it comes out. And if in 6 months we haven't cleared a very specific set of goals, our solemn promise to you from the bottom of our hearts, no more podcasts, okay? That is it. We're giving it 6 months.
Yes.
And if we don't hit our goals, it's done. We promise you.
And no more me. I'm blowing my brains out. If this podcast doesn't get 10,000 subscribers, my son will be fatherless.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not really true.
I think you should make it true. What way better stakes? Nobody cares about this podcast.
That's a call to arms, my friend. That's a call to action.
Hey, you got to be likable for 6 months now.
Yeah.
Or they're going to unsubscribe right before.
I love the idea of that we have 9,999, and I just got the gun in my mouth at midnight, and one guy kicks the door, and he's like, "Subscribe!" but the bullet's already left the chamber.
Oh, my goodness.
On the floor I lie.
Well, that guy will be the replacement host.
When my child's sitting.
Well, until Calvin is old enough, and
Yeah.
then he'll take your chair, you know.
Yeah.
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon.
And the new one. I got a new one.
That's right.
Right. I just like the idea of Calvin. Do you remember the end of that season of Dexter where the baby is laying in the mother's blood?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my son with me after I kill myself for not getting enough subscribers.
Dexter was a killer. I love.
Never watched Dexter. Really.
What a great show.
So, spoiler alert.
Yeah, I got to tell you, he just told you the best part of the whole thing.
The best season.
Yeah, best season for
The
sure.
baby ends up in his mom's blood. Wouldn't it be funny if the storyline was that the mom just had a really bad paper cut and you guys really
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you really oversold Dexter to me.
She was actually a nurse at a blood bank, and she spilled.
Guys, I'll be honest. I'm out of energy. I'm out of energy. I know what to do.
I'm
I think
burned.
you're right.
And honestly, I'm out on this podcast already.
Yeah.
No,
we,
but I mean-
we couldn't even save it.
That's the thing, right? So also, all right. So do we also do? Let me ask you this: do we do a Patreon? And if can they save the podcast through donating to the Patreon? Is it just subscriber or listens based? Do we have multiple? Do we have multiple things? I think listeners. We got to get 10,000.
We got to get people to save the show that is free. I think.
Oh,
That's
save
free.
the show that's free.
Yeah.
Well, we said that we wanted 10,000 downloads per episode. That is our goal. Or
Impressions,
downloads,
streams, watches
Okay.
Okay.
must equal
Great.
to 10,000.
So all of those added together.
Yes.
10,000
Yes.
impressions.
Yes.
Well, Steve, get started. Let me hear your Nick. Let me hear your Nick Cage.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah,
I think it
that
could
was
have
pretty
been.
good.
That was your Nick
That was
Cage?
a good Nick Cage.
Do it again.
Why? He has that to him. He's got that little bit of...
I don't know why you're arguing with me when we're clearly laughing about how great it was.
Yeah.
I just
There was
never
no
done an
argument
impression
there.
before. I felt very vulnerable.
No, it was really good.
Okay.
Say I'm going to steal the Constitution.
10,000 impressions. What? Oh, I'm sorry.
That was called. I just threw a layup to my man.
Yeah.
And you just said the game's over.
Yeah.
I thought we in agreement that it's the worst impression you've ever heard.
No,
in
we
your
are
life.
not.
Don't
he
get me
just
wrong.
said it was great.
I loved it.
All right, hey, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I'm okay, and I'm
All
man
right,
enough.
Let's
Let's hear
down.
your Nick Cage.
What?
That was incredible.
There's something on the wing.
No, that's William.
No, that's
Shatner.
William Shatner.
is what
Nick
it
Cage
is.
from Gone in 60. It's all right. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean,
gonna-
whatever. I don't
right?
like it.
But most of your impression was physical movements.
Well, that's most of his acting.
that's fair.
I thought Rick's was better.
Thank you.
Steve.
What?
Yeah, it's Steve Rogers. Did you
Yeah.
think we were getting his dad, Rick Rogers?
No,
Rick
I thought he was
Rogers.
named after his. I remember distinctly talking to him a year ago and him telling me he was named after his father.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought your name has been Steve this whole time.
It's been Steven.
Wait,
Steven.
Well, or Steve.
What's your middle name?
Patrick. He snuck a Rick in there.
Steven, like Steve Rogers, like Captain America.
Yep.
So you're gonna sit here and tell me you had the same name as Captain America for years,
For years.
and I never picked that up.
Wait.
Yeah.
But your
No, they're
dad's
pranking me.
Your dad's full name isn't Patrick,
No, it's Rick. Richard.
but he snuck Rick in there.
He was like, I wanted you to have your own name, but I wanted Rick to be in your name
So
somewhere.
he Trojan horsed his
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
That's good. So
Wait,
Stephen
your name
Patrick-
is Rick?
My name is Steven.
His name is Steven.
Yeah.
So who's Rick?
My father.
So how did Rick sneak what?
Pat Rick.
Patrick's my middle name.
Hilarious.
And he's like, we got a Rick in there.
Pat Rick. I always
Pat
thought
Rick.
Patrick. Pat Rick.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Really?
looking for a boy's name for June.
So Stephen Patrick Rogers. And then what did he do with your social? Go ahead and tell everybody.
Oh, man. He did. What's yours? Because mine's like one number off of yours.
Mine's 69, 69, 69, 69. It's all 69s.
You should be able. You know how you can pay, like you can get your name changed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You should be able to do that for your social. You should be
Yeah.
like, I'll pay $1,000. My social is straight 69s.
What's weird is that my social security number is the same number as inches of my penis.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's
I didn't think you'd have that many zeros in your social security number.
oh, is that like it? Like it's like a
dig
0
on me,
0
man.
0
That's like
0
a-
0 1.
That's like a mean dig because you know I'm like really self-conscious about my penis.
I didn't
Are
know
you
that until
self-conscious about
now.
your penis?
Yeah, it's very wide.
Yeah.
I don't think that's bad necessarily.
It's like an Asian boy's smile. I don't know how that's going to be taken. I don't know how
You
that's going to
should
go
preface
over.
that you have an Asian son.
Yeah, you really buried the lead on that.
Well, I don't know how that's going to go over.
Although I don't know what would be worse if you were like, it's like an Asian boy's smile, or if you were like, it's like my son's smile.
They
Yeah,
have
that's
large
true.
smiles.
Thank God you didn't say
Maybe.
it makes Asian boys smile.
Hey, man. Too far. That's too far.
Like the smile.
So let's get back to it, right? Patreon. So if we get a certain amount of money that I can pay for daycare, because this is another thing that you guys understand that I don't know if I even told you this.
You got to do daycare.
Yeah. So let me also give you guys some backup, some backstory on how this podcast also started. These two guys came into my house groveling
Yes.
on their knees saying, "Dear God, save us. Greg Stone, save us. Join our podcast."
Yeah.
I said, "No fucking way, El Diablo, El Bad Boy." I don't know what I said. I said something in Spanish that was offensive. You guys told me to never say it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I won't.
That's right.
I said, "I'll do your podcast. You got 6 months. 6 months to keep me, or I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I am
Right.
out of here.
And you're out. And when you say you're out of here, you're done. You're out of the game.
I'm out of this podcast. I'm out of comedy, and I'm debating again on blowing my brains out."
Really?
Right. Well, my son would do better without me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So save this podcast. Save Greg Stone. Save a family.
Save a family.
Well, at least in 6 months you'll have met your other kid.
Right.
So you can, you get that in.
Kiss hello and a kiss goodbye.
Yeah.
We'll give him a number. What are you shooting for with the Patreon? All right, you gotta pay for daycare.
So 10,000 impressions.
So daycare is $2,000 a month. I gotta do it twice. So I gotta make $4,000 on my own.
Wow.
So 4, 8, 12. We gotta make $12,000
It makes $12,000 a month.
a month. $12,000 a month.
How much are we charging for a subscription?
Well, we're probably gonna have
$12,000?
At least 12 subscribers,
Yeah.
so $1,000 a subscriber.
Yeah. It'll be tiered. You can buy in for $5, but if you really want the good shit, you're gonna want to pay about $1,000.
I gotta say this. No. In 6 months, 200 Patreon subscribers.
I like that.
That's a good idea. I think that's a very good
All
goal.
giving $1,000 each.
We'll be millionaires.
Yeah.
200 Patreon subscribers.
Okay.
And none of you are allowed to leave my Patreon to join this Patreon.
Oh,
no, you
gee.
totally can. I don't really care.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah?
And this is just for the sake of argument. I'm not saying
All
that
right.
this is real. But what do you think if we had a Patreon that had a pay tier that went all the way up to a membership that you're paying $1,000 a month, what do you think is fair that they should ask from us that they're paying us $1,000 a month that we
A
give
peck.
to them?
They get a kiss.
They get a kiss?
I think they get a kiss,
a
right?
kiss a month.
Oh, a kiss a month.
Yeah, I'll kiss
Oh,
one.
one kiss,
kiss.
and they pay $1,000 a month in perpetuity for that one kiss?
That's fair.
No,
yeah.
I'd kiss somebody once a month.
I would 100%. I would
I'd
kiss
kiss.
them.
Yeah, all right. I'll kiss you once a month.
$1,000 a month for a tongue kiss? I'll give you a tongue
Oh,
kiss.
I didn't know tongue.
I'll do dick rates. I'll rate your dick.
I'll be honest. I'll touch some dicks.
Why did we just move on from that? I think this is a pretty solid thing to do, and I see a lot of OnlyFans women doing this.
That's true.
You send them a picture of their penis, and you rate it. I'll rate it.
Why are
But I'm
they?
not gay, so it's all
But
bad.
you
Why are
rated
they
on
the-
Asian boy smiles.
You know
I
me.
don't. You're saying I'm not gay, so
Send
it's,
Asian boy smiles. What?
you're saying I'm not gay, so it's bad. I don't know if that's bad. You rate dicks, and you're not. It's not clouded by
Right.
whether or not it's turning you on. It's just a cold hard. Here's
Yeah.
me appraising your dick.
It's a dick appraisals.
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah.
I'll say this: $500 I'll dick appraisal. $1,000 I'll do it in person.
$1,000 is do it in person.
$1,000 plus one, I'll touch it. One more dollar. That's
One
a pretty
more
good deal.
dollar.
One more dollar, I touch it.
1,001.
Sure.
Yeah,
Wow.
I would do that, but you can't do it to Steve. He's clean guy.
I'll officiate your wedding.
You'll officiate your wedding
Yeah.
$1,000?
I was trying to think of
That's
something
pretty
that
good.
was
That's
such
actually
an
pretty good.
opposite
Because
direction.
you're ordained.
But
I'm
you only get
ordained.
one. But you only get one wedding. They can't get married every month. We got to keep these people on, and they only have one dick. So what am I doing? Right.
Yeah.
So how do we keep them on?
At least they can show pictures of their wedding, and it's not as crazy.
Right.
Yeah. You could touch their penis every month.
Oh, I
Like,
don't
just
want to.
touch it. I
And
don't wanna.
here's why I don't want to. Here's why. And then, if I'm being honest,
I like how you got to defend. And here's why I don't want to. We got it.
the
You know?
the idea of it really is that I have to then schedule it. I have to schedule meeting up
Yeah.
with you. That's a
Yeah.
hard thing.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people who are going to let me do that, I'll be honest, it's not going to be guys like us. It's going to be probably weirdos. You know, it's not going to be a normal, fun guy who's like, oh, man, you want to do this as a bit? You always think the guy you're doing as a bit is going to be the guy. It's not. It's a guy who's like sweaty. He's missing a nose because he got shot somewhere, you know, because he was chasing a woman, you know, and they shot his nose off.
Wait, and he's spending $1,000 to get his penis touched once? That
Yeah.
guy's got to get a new nose.
Also, you said he's missing a nose.
A
like
nose.
like one of a number of noses.
So yeah, I think that's there. And I'm ready when I have to move on. When we're ready to move on.
Well, we got to. What are we offering if we want 200 Patreon subscribers? What are we offering here?
Well, we can start off basic with. We're definitely going to give you some. We're
extra
gonna do,
episodes.
We're going to do the same. Yeah, with some extra episodes. I have some ideas to pitch by you for shows, which is Save This, where we save something for you, something you need saved.
Oh yeah, you call. We could give you a little number. You call in.
and we'll save
you need
your
our
thing.
help.
And we'll save your
this.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do that on the Patreon.
That's
I don't want
great.
to spend too much time talking about what the Patreon's going to be now because this is the first episode, and I think we should give them more content.
Let's give them
and
more
not
content.
Just a commercial.
yeah.
But I'll say this:
Mm-hmm.
I bring up our first Save This challenge.
Okay.
Is it we okay with that? You guys ready for
Yeah.
the first Save This challenge? So to save this podcast, I think, and I've mentioned this, I believe if we got Conan O'Brien to be a guest on our podcast, that would save this podcast.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You're doing this out of the gate.
Yeah, out of
This
the gate.
I'm floored by this.
Two
Because it.
You're leading with a gigantic thing.
Can I
every
tell-
month.
Can I let them see how the sausage is
Sure.
made? We were brainstorming ideas for this podcast, and it did come up like maybe 1 month we could do. Let's get our goal this month is this. Our goal this month is this. And Greg brought up, let's get Conan O'Brien on the podcast.
Yes.
And I was like, sure. At some point, first episode. First
Yep.
episode.
I had many ideas, and I've already burned through all of them.
What's a
not?
good idea for a podcast? Oh, get Conan O'Brien on
No,
it.
I think our first month goal should be to try to get Conan O'Brien. Why don't we save this thing in the first month? Right? Then we're just easy streak for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's fun.
Okay.
So we got to try to get Conan.
Go big.
We go big. We get Conan on this podcast. We're going to get the numbers.
All right.
Or do you want to get Rogan? I don't know if he gets it. You know what I mean? I like Rogan, but he's going to want to talk about neuroscience and
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter and, you know, whatever he's talking about, MMA and the vaccine and you know, we get Conan.
Yeah.
This podcast is saved.
All right.
Okay.
How do we get Conan? That's what this is about.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. Let's start brainstorming ideas.
All right. So with each, the goal is to get 10,000 impressions because we're going to need like 10,000 tweets at Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So everyone starting off right now, pause this podcast, tweet at Conan O'Brien, hashtag save this podcast. Tell them, you know, make up some line.
They need your help, Conan.
We need your help.
Please save this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do this, but there's more things to talk about. I know Chris Gethard. I know Chris was on Conan. Maybe for next week, I'll talk to Chris, see if he's got some kind of lead on Conan's email.
So this is almost like an investigation podcast series, but all we're trying to do is get Conan.
For the first month.
Yeah.
And if we, or maybe the next month.
Okay.
We could try. I mean, we could consistently be trying to get
Well,
Conan.
I think first things first, you just got to tweet at him, you know?
Right.
And I think if we all three tweet at him, are you going to?
I will tweet at him.
Will you tweet at him?
No, I have too much pride.
You brought this to the first episode, and you're not going to tweet at him?
The loftiest goal, and you're like, I won't do that.
Below me. Are you crazy?
I'm going to tweet
This
at
is
him.
for you guys.
I'm going to tweet at
for
him.
the white boys.
I'm tweeting at him.
All right, I'll retweet it.
You'll retweet it. You piece of shit.
I'll screenshot what you did and I'll tweet it. Look at this fool. Look at this fool.
Hey, help out my pathetic friend. It's fucking your idea, you piece of shit.
Hey, Conan, never mind this guy. I would never do that. Anyway, I'd love to do your podcast. I sell you guys out to do your podcast.
Listen, I got my own pod.
Did I ever tell you my Conan thing? I tell you this. My friend, not to drop a name, but I will drop his name, Frank Iero. I haven't talked to him in a few years, but I love him. He was in the band My Chemical Romance. And when they first took off, he was friends with the booker of Conan. And when I first started doing stand-up, he was like, he knew it was my dream. And he goes, hey, man, I know the booker. If you get me a tape, maybe I can try to, you know, we know them. We can try to help. I can try to help. And I said, no, I want to do it on my own. 20 years later, Conan's off the air. I've never done it. He retired. So I win? Never happened. But I still think I got a chance to meet Conan through this podcast.
I think this is the only way I'm going to meet him, and he's my favorite. So I'm 100% in. I'm down.
What other things can we do?
What?
What?
Really? And I'm sorry.
Sure.
You know somebody in My Chemical Romance?
Frank, yeah, the guitar player. I know the whole band.
You know the whole band?
Yeah, those guys are Jersey. Yeah.
But
we
we
never-
should focus on getting Conan.
Right. We could probably.
Not all the members of My Chemical Romance.
I love that. No, that's a stupid goal. Somebody I don't know.
I could ask Frank. I just haven't asked to talk to him in a while. I feel weird because his wife is like one of my best friends. But I haven't seen her in a few years. I love them so much. They're really good people. And I feel like I let them down as a friend because I haven't talked to them in a long time.
Well, I bet they were probably pretty busy, and you know, it's never too late to do the right thing.
I talk to Jimmy every now and again. I'm going to just go to their house and bring my son and be like, can you save our podcast?
Yeah.
You
I was listening to one of my favorite deep cuts of them recently called Whatever Happened to Greg. And,
You should start a podcast where you reconnect with him, and it's called My Chemical Friendship.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
great.
they're good guys.
great.
Really, the reason I kind of got into comedy because when their band kind of took off, I went, oh, you can make it.
Yeah.
People can win. I can do this. I'm going to go. And that's when I moved to New York. And because I moved to New York, I kind of stopped seeing them. So they were those guys kind of, and not those guys, but really Frank, and they kind of gave me the inspiration to believe in myself. And now here I am in a fucking empty room pleading with audience members to please download our podcast.
Saying,
Or I'll kill
if you give me $1,000, I'll touch your dick.
They're offended.
Keep it clean over there. I don't want to ruin your career.
Notice I said duh and stop. That was my clean trick.
One of which is save this podcast, or I'll kill myself and leave my son fatherless, and then save this podcast and I'll touch your dick.
Yeah, I ever told you my Jim Lee story?
Who's Jim Lee?
Jim Lee is a comic book artist.
I know Jim Lee.
Steve.
Not personally.
Is it related?
It is Steve.
Related to
It is Steve. It's Steve.
Steve.
related to Stanley?
No.
No.
Oh.
I hate you.
Why? That's a good question.
I guess so.
Comic book artist Jim Lee.
Comic book artist Jim Lee. Met him at Frank's wedding. He was at the wedding.
Okay.
I go, he's at a table, and I'm hammered. And Jamia goes, why don't you go introduce yourself to Jim. Go talk to him. I go, I don't want to do it. I don't want to bother him. This guy's one of the biggest comic book artists of all time. And so I walk over to the table. I'm going to pretend like I don't know who he is, right? So I go, how's everyone doing over here? Everyone having a good time? Anyone need anything? Everyone having a good time? Because I was like, and he goes, oh, hey, Greg, right? And I was like, oh, here we go, right? And he goes, Greg, right? And he was like, oh, you're a comedian. And I was like, yeah, I'm a comedian. And he was like, oh, that's hilarious. And he goes, oh, like, do you need any jokes or anything, Which usually you hate, but this is Jim Lee. I'm like, I don't really give a shit.
Sure, I'll do
And
it.
I was like, oh, man, yeah, I mean, I got some jokes, but what do you do? I'm trying to pretend I don't know who he is. And I'm like, well, what do you do? And he was like, well, I'm an artist. And I go, all right. I'll tell you a joke. You draw me a picture. I'll tell you a joke. I don't even know. What can you draw? And he was like, I do comic books. And I go, who's a comic book guy? Can you draw Batman? At the time, he is drawing the biggest Batman comic that's like ever been. Like that's literally what he's doing. And I'm just like, can you draw Batman? And he goes, yeah, man, I could draw Batman.
Man.
So he starts drawing Batman, and I take a piece of paper. I go, that's no good. I could do better than that because I'm hammered. And I go, and I start drawing a dragon. I go, this is a dragon. It's horrible. And he's like laughing, and I'm like, mine's got rain. He's like, mine's got rain. I'm doing this draw off with the biggest comic book artist of all time. We're laughing. I'm having a good time. I told him a joke, whatever. And then we're just talking. He was like, look, man, I know you know who I am. Are you crazy? He's
Was
like,
he told
Jamia-
beforehand?
Yeah, Jimmy was like, you got to meet my friend Greg. He's a writer. He does this. You guys will hit it off. And I guess that's kind of what happened. And he was like, he goes, what are you writing? What do you got? And he goes, and I go, I don't want to do that. We're at a wedding. And he was like, this is what I do. Pitch me anything. So I pitch him this story about this guy who moves to Mars and he doesn't have a memory and do this whole thing, right? And he was like, that's a great story, but that's also Total Recall. And I was like, yeah, man, that's Total Recall. I just pitched him Total Recall as a bit. And he goes, what else you got? And then I told him this story I was working on, and he was like, man, I really like it. Send it to me, but work on this, this, and this. He gave me a bunch of notes. And because it was just like 2006, or I don't remember what year it was, I have zero self-esteem. I never worked on it because I was too scared. I never did it. Cut to pandemic. I finally get my Adderall and ADHD under control. I finally finished the story and finally wrote it. And I probably should just send it to him now and be like, hey, remember 15 years ago when you told me to do
wrote
that?
it and you didn't send it to him?
Well, I just finally finished it.
Okay,
over
send
the
it to him.
pandemic. I probably should, but I always feel like I don't know if he's going to remember, and it's stupid, and I hate myself.
I really thought that
Don't send it unless we get 10,000 impressions.
I'll tell you this. If we get 50, what number do I send it? If we get enough, I'll tell you this. If we get 50 tweets at Conan, I'll send it to Jim Lee.
All right.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
50 that aren't the three of us.
Well, I'm not tweeting at him.
I'm so fucking pissed. I thought you were going to finish that story and be like, cut to pandemic. I finished it, and it's Total Recall again. I can't stop writing Total Recall.
Can't stop writing Total Recall. So, okay, we get this Conan thing, but we have any other ideas? What other ideas can we do? How can we save this podcast, man? What are some we got to come up with scams.
Scams.
Well, like mental scams. You know?
Mental scams?
No, that's the right word. I'm
We're trying to get listeners, is what you're saying?
This Conan idea was my idea. Where
Sure.
are your ideas?
Okay,
Where are
hey.
your big ideas to
Hey,
save the podcast?
We got ideas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it?
I got a great mental scam. We say this podcast is it's a dating advice podcast. Okay, and then we say we give them a hotline.
Mm-hmm.
We say call, tell us your profoundest, biggest secret. What are you so embarrassed about? You feel like you could never just open up to anybody, and you call that number, and then we just use that to blackmail those people. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Twist at the end.
Yeah.
You're saying
And we say
this is a dating podcast.
yeah.
Tell us your deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah.
How about this? What if I switch it? What if I say this is a priest podcast? And we say we'll do your confessions.
I think we should also be an IT phone number.
Yeah.
So at any time a senior citizen needs their computer, their password changed, we give them the instructions on how to hit subscribe to this podcast, and then we hang up.
And then a bunch of people just go to visit their parents for the holidays. They're like, why are you subscribed to this podcast?
Yeah.
What you're saying is kind of genius.
Yeah.
Now, you know how they would bring out all these old people to vote?
Yeah.
We should do that for getting our subscribers. We start going to nursing homes.
Yeah.
And just being
Signing them up.
Signing them up for the Patreon. We take their homes from them.
Really quick, you said, you know how they keep bringing out these old people to vote? Yeah, you mean voting?
No, but they'll put them on a bus and they'll be like, yeah, everyone go vote for the whoever guy.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to influence you.
You know?
Yeah,
How
that's
can
true.
we use gerrymandering to get ourselves more impressions? Am I allowed to get high on this podcast, or is that like against the rules?
You're one of the hosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want you guys to have a bad time if I get too high. Will you just let me know?
No, you're okay. Maybe turn your phone on Do Not
Your
Disturb.
I think your flute's broken.
Maybe we should cut that out so that the world doesn't see it, so we don't get in trouble. Oh my God!
You okay?
No.
Take some water.
I got too excited. I got too excited, and now it's not good.
I'm sorry for laughing.
Oh man, I think I said that at Halloween once.
This episode's about to go downhill fast.
No, we'll be okay. Is that the first time you smoked pot today?
Yeah, I don't smoke pot during the day. I usually smoke pot at night.
We
What
talked
time
about it
of the
other
day do you think it is right now?
Huh? What? What
said
time is it?
You don't smoke it during the day. It's day.
I know, but we're doing a podcast, so it's fun.
Okay.
Am I yelling? I'm already
Podcast,
high.
yelling.
podcast
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
during the day.
No, I don't smoke during the day, but I got a text from my wife. She said something crazy.
Just told you to put it on. Do
She
Not
said, you better not be doing a podcast or I'm going to suck another man's dick. No
Oh,
one
man.
tell her.
Hold on. This actually does bring up an interesting point, though.
Sure.
That I forgot. We talked about it the other night. Greg is about to go on a month of sobriety. Okay.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, in February, you're not going to be smoking pot.
Yeah,
right?
not drinking. Just I'm going to not
Yeah, yeah.
smoke pot.
You've just been kind of smoking, but you're like, I should take a break, right?
I want to take a break.
Okay, so maybe that plays into the podcast, right? During your month of sobriety, what else is your goal? Obviously, there's the lofty, let's get Conan on the podcast, which
Right.
you're selfishly not helping with. But
That was my idea.
what about you being sober? Can we play with in the pod?
What can we be sober? What can
Snacks that you realize were only good because you were high.
Oh, that's good.
You're asking a fat guy something. I'll be honest. I love everything.
But I bet you there's something that you're like, I can only have this high. There's got to be something that you only enjoy because it's enhanced your mouth.
Well, I have things that I like more. Well, here's the thing, man, and I hate to talk about it because you're a clean boy and you're a medium clean boy.
Is this really going where I think it's going?
When I get high, I get extra sexually adventurous. So I start looking at things I got no right looking at. You know what I mean? Like a big old penis. And I just try. I stare and I go, you can make this happen.
Yeah,
And I do.
yeah.
I'm a gay man. I don't believe in that.
This is an old, often revisited.
Yeah, but that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about being high, and that's what I do. It's not food for me.
You get high,
It's pleasures.
and you go, I'm gonna be gay.
Not even that. Like sometimes I'll just I'll do this to my hand. Like I'll rub myself soft, and I go, "Can you get horny just touching yourself? Maybe you can." I want to change subjects here. I'd like to get out of this. I've talked myself into a hole.
Nobody was forcing
right,
it.
so
Can someone please get me out of this?
so
Well-
why should they save this podcast? Why?
Why? Let me ask you this
Why
now.
is this the show?
Because as of right now, this is the best podcast that's ever happened. So far.
in
Since
this
we
moment,
started,
yeah.
we're looking at the time right now. This is the most anyone's ever laughed in their life. So we've already proven why you should save it. This is going great. Right? Natural. We got a natural, what's the thing? Chemistry. Natural chemistry.
Chemical romance.
We got a natural chemical romance.
My-
Also, I need to name my kid. Should I name my kid after the pot?
Hey.
after the podcast.
Call it save.
You name your kid Rick?
I kind of like the name Save.
Save.
Just call him Save.
Savory that's his full name is Savory.
Have you and Tita floated any names? Also, if you don't want to talk about it, I understand that's kind
We
of
floated
private.
names. I floated Sam by her 15 times.
Oh yeah, you were telling me you wanted to do Sam.
Yeah.
And she would.
She
You
said
know,
Bafangul.
you might be like my third or fourth married friend
Yeah.
who's got a kid on the way who's been like, I gotta be honest, we're leaning Sam.
I like Sam.
Yeah.
I got pushed out of a few other ones. I got flamboyanted on a few of them.
Well, let's be honest. One of them was Kal-El. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a great name, but
Right.
that's a deep cut.
But I won in the end because my son's name is Calvin, and
Yeah.
only I know that it's short for Kal-El.
That's right.
Yeah. Steve, did I tell you this? So this is probably not going to happen. But I was like, what about Ben? I love Ben. Why? Ben Kenobi, Uncle Ben.
Ben.
Uncle Ben is huge. Don't name him after Peter Parker. Name him after Uncle Ben, the guy who created Peter Parker, right?
Right.
My wife's
Well, he
like,
didn't.
Well, he didn't create him at all, but he did.
he created him emotionally,
Sure.
Okay.
and
yeah.
he raised him.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
you pieces of shit. I might be high,
What?
but I'll still fight you off. You want to come at me with
Well,
this?
we're talking technicalities. You're right.
Sure.
Okay.
The cream isn't always what makes it supreme, brother. All right, that was a reach, but
No, it was actually pretty good.
I've heard that from a pizza delivery guy before.
Yeah. He was jerking off on my porch.
Oh, Jesus.
so I floated by Ben Bar.
Why don't you have a kid with the same initials?
It's Calvin.
No, Clark Kent. I mean, that's two different letters,
I was gonna
but
say
the same
UB?
consonants. Peter Parker.
Uncle Ben.
Well, Calvin Coraluzzo.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
it's an alliteration.
Okay.
We went with it.
Okay.
So Tito wanted to do C again, and all I could think of is calamari Coraluzzo.
Calamari Coraluzzo.
Oh wait, I was gonna finish the story. I
Carnage.
should have got high. I got too high. This thing was too strong.
You took one ripoff.
Yeah, it was a big hit, and
was.
the guy told me this baby's extra strong, and I didn't think he was
So
telling
why
the
are
truth
you surprised right now?
because I thought he was a liar.
Why does it look like a very
very
expensive lipstick?
Yeah, I don't know. It's very long. I like to do little.
Yeah, it's almost old timey.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
elegant.
Governor.
Length is elegance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it.
The longer you're smoking thing.
So let me finish the story.
Uncle Ben.
So I keep trying to say Ben,
Yeah.
Peter Parker. No. Then she goes, you know what name I like?
Bizarro. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
And she goes, I go, you know what name I like? I go, what name do you like? And she goes, Luke. And I went, oh my God.
Don't ruin it.
I was like, she doesn't.
Don't ruin
When's the
it.
last time she watched Star Wars?
Don't ruin
I don't think that she knows. And so
Man.
I got to now just not, I got to keep the ball in the air until June.
Yeah.
Just anytime Star Wars comes on, I got to shut her eyes.
Yeah.
I got to be like, it's all about Anakin. It's all about Rey. Never let her touch the old trilogy.
You know, also, here's what you do. You don't say, I like Luke. Go like this. Go, maybe. Don't even seem excited about it. Go
Oh,
like,
I just went down on her immediately. You
maybe.
think that was too much?
Oh wow, you gave her the old job of the hut.
Yeah. I keep it clean with it. We got a career for you. You're the chosen one.
Gave her the old job of the hut. He's the grossest. You know, it's
Oh
funny
my
for
gosh,
you being
it's funny.
clean. That's kind of the grossest way to say going down.
Yeah,
the road.
I knew what I was doing.
That's not what I've heard.
Also, is everyone getting enough mic time here? Am I hogging?
I think we're enjoying. Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm out of ideas. You guys go.
Okay, Steve. It's Steve, really quick.
It's
While I have
Steven.
you.
Steve.
It is
Yeah,
Steve.
Steve or Steven, whatever.
Steven.
Yeah. All right. So what am I
In
being
your
asked?
comic.
What am I being asked?
What are your ideas for the pod?
What other scams could we
I
come
have
up with?
a segment idea.
Oh, okay.
Well, you want a scam idea?
No,
I thought
I want whatever you want. I need to take a break. I just want you guys to be talking, and I'm going to come back in a few minutes.
Well, I want listener interaction. I want people to know that you are interacting with the show, and
Ooh.
you have an effect on this show's
That's a good
survival.
idea.
We
Yeah.
got to get a Discord going.
We need a
Discord
Discord,
going. We'll
but
have
we
all the
need.
social media handles, etc.
I want people sharing these 3 episodes that we're doing 3 released at once, or are we
No. We're gonna just record 3.
recording 3 and
see
then
if we
getting
want
started.
to kill each other,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna talk
All
to
right.
my lady.
So after this is out, I want people sharing it, being like, "I already know I'm gonna like this, and you'll like this too. Please check out this
Right.
this show. Get these. I want these listeners happening right out of the gate. So I want you to know that you are affecting the quality of the show, and I want people to be like, "Hey, save this, save that," or what if you guys did a
Is
segment
that the
like
scam?
this?
To just tell people to share it and say,
I think I'm the nicest one, so I think that me saying this is gonna help.
yeah.
Please just share and be like, "This show is gonna be great," and I know.
Yeah. I think the ultimate scam is we do a really good product and then they enjoy it.
I
Yeah.
refuse.
You're,
I refuse to do good. But I got another idea.
well, you said something about we're gonna record 3 and then you got to talk to your wife.
No, my lady who's gonna make this thing huge.
Oh yeah.
That's what I would call my wife.
Yeah, I got a lady who.
Oh,
knows-
come on. Nothing
Oh,
on that?
No, that just went by me too fast.
That
But
was,
now,
that was a great one,
Well,
and
here's
it was
the-
about loving my wife.
you took a picture, and now I'm looking at that picture, and I go, "That's a fast car."
That's
I
a-
can't believe I didn't see it.
That
Yeah.
does sound like a clean comedy album. Steven Rogers, great jokes about loving my wife.
And it's her carrying me over the altar. Oh man.
She gets pretty graphic about you on stage.
Yeah, she does.
I get real turned on.
Yeah. You,
Because-
you start rubbing your hand.
Yeah, I start doing
You get turned on when Caitlin starts talking about Steve's.
because then I'm picturing both of them making love, and nothing turns me on more than love.
Yeah.
I get a rock hard boner for love.
You really?
I saw this old lady.
That's definitely a Meatloaf song that was never made. Excuse me.
Dude, I see this 90.
I hope that picks up.
I'm so happy that happened.
I'll be so sad if they can't hear it.
Oh man, that's the first real.
Tell them what happened.
If you didn't hear it on the audio, I think a truck was going by on 34th Street in here in Astoria, and just immediately after Steve stopped talking, it honked.
And I said, "Excuse me."
Excuse me.
Oh man, what are you gonna do to save this show?
Fucking
This
nothing.
question's gotten more accusatory by each.
yeah.
How are you
What
gonna
the
pull
fuck
your
are you
weight?
doing? Yeah. Anyway,
Because I'm doing a lot.
what are you doing, fat ass? Piece of shit.
Yeah, when are you gonna start doing crap around here?
But I got this idea, right? The Gold Chain Award. Every month, the winner, whether it's
That's
you
fun.
donated through an insane amount of money, or you came up with a great idea and you did the idea,
And we kept it, or
you did it. We send you a gold chain I got off of Amazon, and you are a Gold Chain member.
I'll throw in like a sticker or anything.
No.
No,
Here's-
wait.
This is how we split it. I buy the gold chain, you mail it. Then
Oh.
everyone's equal work.
Sounds fun.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Steve. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
no, don't worry. I've got a great job for you. Standing in line at the post office.
I'm not going to pay for it.
Steve's just in line like, this is why I got into comedy.
Living the dream.
I could also just have it mailed directly to their house.
Well, I'll say I kind of thought, and we can hash this out, but I thought it'd be fun to do like themed episodes, like you were talking about. We'll have a like save this blank, save my blank, save our blank. Each one we try to like steer it with a theme. And I was also thinking that
Today was Conan, and you threw that in the garbage.
No, Conan's going to be a through line
Yeah.
through many episodes.
Many.
yeah.
Because I like to just throw out an idea and burn it in the first episode. I'm out of ideas.
No,
we got it.
Conan is the goal is to hopefully get to him by the 6-month mark.
Right.
Yeah.
But this gold chain idea, right? You take a video of you shaking someone's hand in
You're like
public.
a CEO on cocaine.
Yeah. Think of these videos, right? Someone goes, hey, man, check out Save Our Podcast. Like a video of people doing that, gold chain. Someone does a skywriting, save the podcast.
Yeah.
Save.
All right, I got this
Gold
pitch right
chain.
here. Someone make, those puppy commercials, donate commercials.
Yeah.
One of our listeners makes a like Arms of the Angel commercial, but it shows the three of us and it says save this podcast.
Right.
If somebody makes an ad like that, they get a gold chain.
That's really good.
That's a pretty good challenge.
yeah.
In the what's the best one gets the gold
Whatever
chain.
one's the best one.
'Cause
you
we're
get a
gonna get
gold
so
chain,
many.
and I'm gonna throw in whatever merch I'm giving you on shows on the road, and then Sam will donate it to something as well.
Did I tell you my merch is? I'm sorry, Sam, to interrupt you here.
Nope.
Looked like you were going to talk. I've been selling panties on the road now. Panties that I've worn.
Have you really though?
Mm-hmm.
No, you have not.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Who's God?
My God, the Christian God.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
That I've been selling my own panties. I've been thinking about doing it.
I'm sorry.
I thought it'd be really
I
funny.
should have. I apologize. I should have. Yes, Andy. That was a dick move.
No, they're in a jar. It's my old underwear. It's in a jar. You take home a whiff of Greg. That's the thing.
A whiff
Take
of Greg, like a candle,
whiff of
like it's a
Greg.
And
candle.
you say that? You're
Yeah.
like, you don't say their panties. You go. Anyway, after the show, I got some albums, this, that, and the other. Also, I'm selling Whiff of Greg, $5. And they're like, what? And then they come up and you're like,
They
Whiff
should
of
be
Greg?
in like a candle box, so it looks like they're buying a candle. and
Oh,
then they
that's
open it and
fun.
It's just underwear.
And they're not panties. They're pantsies. Pants.
What?
They're little pants.
What's happening right
Underwear.
now?
They're like my little underwear. They're not panties like a girl would
No,
say it.
no.
It's pants like a man would say it.
Underpants.
These are my underpanties.
Under panties.
And you listen to the podcast and you get a little Greg going, a little Greg aroma going.
I called my underwear my boy panties one night because I thought it was being funny. I thought
Mm-hmm.
my girlfriend would really like it. And she was like, I hate that. Don't
Really?
ever do that again. Yeah.
Take off my boy panties.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say sexually.
Yeah, but it's so ridiculous. I think that's why it's fun.
Yeah, but it's not sexy.
It's not sexy?
Take off my undergarment.
What do you think? What do you say when you're taking off your underwear?
My ass curtains.
Oh, that's fun. Take off those ass curtains.
Drop the ass curtains.
My butt blanket.
Butt blanket.
Um,
You ever met a guy who doesn't wear underwear and you're just like, Jesus, what are you, a porn star?
No.
Weird.
Who's this?
what kind of life do you live?
There's a guy in comedy. I don't want to call him out by name.
There's a guy running around with no underwear?
Yeah.
No, that's a mental problem. That's because you can wear boxers, which feels like no underwear.
Yeah.
But you're just living a life where you're not worried about shitting your pants or someone pulling your pants
Boxer
off.
briefs,
sure.
man.
Also, the
the
amount of
Changed
time
my
you
life.
fart in a day, even if you're not shitting your pants, wear some underwear.
Right. And it's
Yeah.
also just like, and you're wearing this, how often are you washing your jeans? Underwear keeps that down.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not every night?
Yeah.
Not enough, daddy.
Yeah.
Who's got a clean zipper?
Woo!
All right.
What is the
What
question?
do you mean?
The zipper is right there.
I know. You're going to cut yourself, hurt yourself.
And the zipper is like metal. It's the
Yeah.
dirtiest, probably one of the dirtiest parts
Yeah.
of your pants.
Well, I think he has
Oh, I
a
get what you
famously calloused penis.
Wow. No, that's a mental. That's a
the
mental
top, the
case.
top of it's just the knuckle.
yeah. His penis can actually win thumb wars.
Oh Lord,
Can
he
you-
can hitchhike.
Sorry.
No, don't say sorry. I got too high, and that's a problem. But it's okay. It's only the first episode. I was like, do you think they left because we weren't making them laugh?
No.
I gotta tell you, I haven't heard a laugh yet, and I'm working on it.
No,
No, I think when you asked me about my butt curtains, ass curtains, butt blanket, someone stop me.
Should we get a live studio
Thank you.
audience
We could do it.
so people come and they could just sit
That's funny.
and watch, and then I'm just performing to them? That's
We
all-
should get an
all I think.
applause sign.
Yeah, we
Can
should.
I say you did really swing both ways? Because when you came in, you were like, "I am so Adderalled up right now."
Oh my god, I didn't even realize that.
You didn't realize that?
That's probably why I'm so fucked up right now.
Yeah,
I
you
took
did-
my
you forgot?
Adderall.
And
I
then-
forgot I took my Adderall and I smoked weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
man.
That's a thing, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got two contradicting forces.
Oh my god. That's
You're
gotta be
so
pulled-
focused on being
You forgot you
paranoid
took
right now.
Adderall.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would never mix the two
Yeah.
because that's why I'm so like I'm having a good time, but I'm also going.
Yeah.
Everyone hates me.
Nobody hates it.
You've never been funny.
Is that your internal
Yeah,
monologue?
yeah. He's going. "Ugh, your pants are too tight, and everyone knows it."
Let me ask you guys this.
Is that Will Arnett?
It is. It's really. Ladies and gentlemen.
And if we don't get him in 7 months,
7. We get Will. Should we get Will? Are we doing a Will? Is that a serious call?
let's get Conan first.
All right, let's
we'll
get
call it
Conan.
"Where There's a Will, There's a Way."
Oh, that's pretty
Where there's a
great.
way, there's a will.
There's
Dude, if we get Conan, that opens up to everyone else because once we get Conan, I'll grab Conan and go, "Give us your Rolodex."
Wouldn't it be so
that's
funny?
gonna help him say yes.
Yeah, it'd be so funny to get Conan on, and all we want to talk to him about is who he can help us get on the podcast.
That would be so funny.
Yeah.
He thinks we have questions about him. We're like, anyway, Andy, do you have his phone number?
Do you know Ben Stiller, or is that more of like a work relationship?
Yeah. Seems like you like The Rock. Is that real?
Give me your Rolodex.
Let me ask you this, because it just occurred to me when we were talking about your Adderall brain. Chelsea and I were talking about this the other night. Apparently, some people have an actual internal monologue in their brain. Like when you think, you hear it like it's speaking.
Yeah,
I
do.
hear that
Do you
all the
not have
time.
that?
I don't have that. I think, but it's not words. It's just like a narrative of thought. It's
So it's just
never
like
words.
lame.
What?
Yeah, my.
What did
mine,
you say?
He burned you to the ground, dog. Call the fire department.
Say it again to my face, you piece of shit. What did you say?
I said, oh, so it's lame.
You should get some CeraVe
That was
for
a
those
joke I did.
burns on your
Les
legs.
looked at you. What?
I said he should get some CeraVe for those burns on those legs. He burned you up.
I thought it was an interesting question.
What was the
No,
question?
we were.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah,
You have a real.
Right now, I can tell you, that's my entire comedy just comes from letting that guy speak. Yeah, I went to the store a few days ago. Who am I? I don't know. I'm nothing. This guy walking by has got a gun. Probably. Nah, he doesn't. Why would you think that? Those are the things. They're just constantly happening. in my
Yeah,
brain.
I got that guy as well.
You got that guy as well? I don't have that guy.
Okay, the way you guys responded to that was crazy. Not crazy.
No,
was that too
no,
much?
no.
Is that the Adderall going? These guys don't think I'm funny anymore.
You know what's
No,
fun is we don't know which one it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the new game on this show. Is which drug's speaking right now?
So I think so far so good.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, Caitlin
Me
hates
too.
when I say that.
So far so good.
So good.
How come people don't say
Like,
that?
take off your butt curtains.
Listen, I think there should be a yellow light in sex, right? I'm coming is your red light, right? there should be a yellow, which is so far so good. Which you say that in between sex.
Wait,
like
yeah.
it's.
I have a flashing yellow.
I'm coming is your red light because it's like it's stopping.
All sex is ending now. You better. Me coming is last
red?
call. That's last call to come.
You should have a bell. You should have a bell.
Yeah.
You better finish up because this train is coming to a halt.
You turn the lights on.
I was just gonna say. Yeah.
I do have that orchestra music I play, like the end of their speech.
Yeah. The lady's like, "Oh, you're being bad," and you're like, "No, I'm actually about to be done." And
Yeah, I just play closing time.
so gather.
I don't.
And that's the thing, man. If when you're having sex and she's going like, "Aren't you gonna make me come?" You gotta understand. It's like, lady, I'm doing everything I can. I've always been doing everything I can. I'm pulling every lever.
You gotta get.
This is me trying to make a woman come.
It's
Is it this one? Is it that one? What's going on here? Things are steaming.
that guy with the old timey piano instrument where you
It's
pull
the
all
same
levers.
process as bringing Frankenstein to life. Oh, damn. That I gotta tell you,
Well, do you ever
that
get
was a sweet riff.
That was a sweet riff.
Do you ever get like a? Well, I don't want to pry about your married sex life.
No, I'll say anything.
No, T's a friend. I don't want to.
Yeah, but I'll probably make something up.
Oh, okay. Well, do you ever use Steve? Cover your ears. It's not.
Yeah.
Do you ever use aids?
Apparatus?
Yeah, apparatus.
Apparatus?
Apparati.
Oh my
Like my-
God, you said apparatus.
Like my voice? Because my voice is, and I go, hey.
No.
I go,
you use your inner,
lay-
inner
I-
monologue.
My wife knows I'm going to make love to her because I open the door and I go, lay her down in some blankets. I use that voice and I say that and she knows it's coming and that gets her going.
Really?
It's the oh, yeah.
Wow.
I can't, it's not that I can't make my wife come, it's that I can't make her stop coming. We had sex 3 months ago. She's still on the floor. I don't know what to do about it. I called an ambulance. They said, we don't handle this. You need a sex ambulance. And I said,
Yeah.
well, but there's like a waiting list for them, so.
I have a voice that I do as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I go, please, please, please.
I wanna.
My wife.
And women like that.
Yeah.
What? They do. What are we talking about?
I gotta tell you, I think even my parents have turned this off.
Save this podcast. You're just gonna we're gonna have they're gonna play "In the Air Tonight" from Phil Collins that's a reference to you'll watch someone drown, and that's us drowning.
Here's another thing that just occurred to me. Save this podcast. STP is the initials. That's the same as Stone Temple Pilots. We go on all the Stone Temple Pilots
Boom.
messaging board. We say there's a brand new STP podcast. You're gonna love it. Check it out. They'll be furious, but maybe one or two.
Isn't
sticks
STP
around.
also a gas station?
Yeah, we could buy all their merch secondhand for cheap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Double the profits.
Yeah.
Selling to people. It's
Selling
just-
to old people while
Yeah.
we subscribe with their computers.
What about rate?
I'm sorry.
What else can we rate? I want to rate people's feet
Wait,
You
what?
want to rate people's feet?
in length.
You want to measure people's
Yeah, I
feet?
want to go. That's a grade 11. And then they go,
I want to rate
That's an
people's
11.
feet in length.
and they tell me, they write back and they go,
I would
"No, I'm
love
a
to
9.5."
rate people's pets.
Oh, that's
Wait. I'm sorry. Let me finish this idea, okay? I want people to send me pictures of their feet, and then I will guess how big it is, and then they email me back to see how close I got. So I go, that's a 5.
That's good.
And they go, I'm a 7.5. And I go, God damn it.
That's kind of fun.
That's fun too.
Okay, that's a fun game. Now,
I think there's going to be hesitation on some people's parts because it is, you're out here asking people to send pictures of their feet. Do you think anybody will hesitate because they think it's like a sexual
we
fetish?
could do knees.
You could do knees.
Let's rate your knees, bro.
Well, yeah, let's rate something that it's not going to get on a different messaging board and make other people's days.
But we don't measure enough things in length.
Yeah, because there's no,
Feet.
you don't measure knees really.
Right.
So what are you doing?
Circumference?
What about lobes?
Lisa lobes?
Lisa Lobanelli?
Earlobes.
I think we can rate people's knees, and we do the circumference. You just have to measure their knees.
So they send in a picture of their knees.
Mm-hmm.
You say, I think the diameter of your knees.
I'm going to go around
not
Hulk,
diameter,
the python,
circumference, excuse me.
the circle. I'm going to say 6.5. I'm going to say 12.5. I don't know how much a knee really thinks.
What if
Okay.
people sent us their elbow where their bicep hits their forearm, and we guess if that's a butt or that,
Oh, that's fun.
and the knee.
You know?
We could say that's either is it a butt?
No, because the butts are going to get us flagged, brother.
No, all they have to do is send it in to us, and we'll say correct or not correct.
Bore.
But they won't see that picture. Yeah.
Or rate that booty.
Rate that. Rate
Yo,
that
send me your picture of your booty. Anybody's booty, and we'll rate that booty. But like it, this is gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait,
all right.
rate
What?
this booty, but it's actually treasure.
I was trying to work something in with treasure. That's fun.
It's pirate
Or
treasure.
you just take pictures of other people's butts in public.
Yeah.
And send it to us.
No.
Or
I'm sorry. I'm not getting arrested.
I was just kidding. I was hoping he would pick that up. We couldn't send that out in the world. Do not do that.
pictures of little baby shoes, little booties.
Baby shoes. So you were just going to let us
Oh.
shoot over me saying, send us pictures of people who don't know butts. You're just going to let that happen to get baby
Yeah.
shoes in? You got to stop that kind of thing. You can't let me burn for this.
What
You got to
about
watch my back.
send us something adorable and we'll roast it, like a baby photo.
We're not
a
mean
puppy.
enough to do that.
No.
That's what's funny. It's like a cute roast.
Send me a picture
No?
of your kid, and I'll draw a mustache on him.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Do we get the light?
Yes.
Oh, we did?
Are you guys mad at me? What's happening here?
No, we're
No one
having
has
a
been
good
mad
time.
at you this
All right.
whole time.
Just double checking. Just double checking. One guy.
That's a good segment. Is you just checking in once an episode?
That's the first. That's the first true.
No,
audible
I
laugh.
got something earlier. I don't remember which one.
Someone in my head. There's 50 people in my head, but one guy went, "Hey, maybe they hate you now." And it was like, I just gotta ask.
I have that all the
Well,
time. Though.
I'm sorry. I'm having less sympathy about the amount of people in your head when we watched you invite at least 80 of them.
Yeah.
With the flute
You
that
were
you
like-
just took away.
I'm on
Let me say
amphetamines.
this. I know. I didn't mean to. Are we mad about that?
No, I just think
That
you
is
know,
100% a segment, though, is you checking in once an episode. You guys hate me?
You guys hate me?
we could do that. Just ring a little bell and be
Yes.
like, "Do you hate me?" Because I feel like we're all that kind of
Yeah,
person.
it's good
You
to
know? We're all ding,
Did I make everyone mad at me?
ding,
Did I let everyone down?
Yeah.
ding,
Am I still handsome?
ding.
I'm not wearing any underwear.
I thought you'd keep going.
Wrong bell.
I have too many teeth.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm not wearing any underwear.
That guy stinks.
Yeah, I would say. All right. Wait, I want to do. I'm telling you, Steve's Peeves is a segment I want to do.
Oh yeah,
at
we never
some
even got
point.
to it.
Yeah.
Do you want to save
want
it?
before we go? Do you really want to Want to do Steve's?
Do we want to
Peeves?
do Steve's Peeves?
Yeah.
All right, but I got
Or
things
do
to
we
plug.
I think we save it.
You got things to plug?
I say we save it.
We save Steve's Peeves, and that's a tease of a segment. But if you have
That's a tease of Steve's peeves.
a tease of Steve's Peeves,
I'll rate your knees. Sorry.
I'll rate your knees. Yeah, but that's all right. So that's a tease of a segment. Pitch us other segments on this episode, or tweet at us because we're getting started, so we can try all these segments that you send
Yeah.
our
That's
way.
right. Yeah, and also, why don't you write the podcast?
Yeah,
Can I say that?
we're asking you to say you're a staff member if you save the podcast.
Yeah.
Also, little things like maybe you want to tweet us if Sam was wearing a leather jacket. I'm sure that'll get 5 more views. You know what I mean? Like,
we'll try it all.
We're
gonna try
it all.
The whole point of this show is we're trying, and we're here. We'll listen to you.
Truly,
we'll
truly,
try
that
what you
is
tell us.
Beyond anything else, we did say to each other, we said, let's give it like our full effort for fucking 6 months
Yes.
and just see what happens. So
Yeah, if we
that-
don't get the numbers, this podcast is over.
Yeah, that is, again, a solemn promise.
Yeah, that is a solemn promise from the solemn heart of Solomon Grundy.
Solomon, oh, you beat me to it.
Where I was going there the whole time.
Oh man, post it on a Monday.
you
Download
wanna-
it on Tuesday.
Do you want to do plugs really quick?
Share it on Wednesday.
Yeah, follow us. Follow me at Greg F. Stone on Instagram. And do not. Just kidding. You better.
My plug is don't listen to their plugs. I'm
Destroy all plugs after this.
I'm at Really Sam Evans on everything. At Really Sam Evans. Steve, go ahead.
Steven Rogers Comedy on Instagram, and check out StevenRogersComedy.com to see where I'm performing stand-up because I want you to go to my shows.
You know, you should just also tell people, you should tell them what they really do. If you want to see me, just message me on Instagram and then say, when's your next show? How do I do that?
Yeah,
That's what I get
yeah,
constantly.
yes.
Tell me when you are going to be around me and then buy me my tickets. And I'll pay you later.
Yeah. I'll gladly pay you for
Right.
a hamburger tomorrow.
So we'll take all the ideas. So if you think, Sam wearing a leather jacket.
That's
me-
the second time you've said that.
I think you wearing a leather jacket would really up the numbers on this podcast.
really
I'm not-
think so?
Yes. Cool factor.
What if we
bro.
all wore a leather jacket on one episode?
I would do that. I have so many leather jackets.
Do you really?
Yeah, because every year I buy one and I think I'm gonna look cool, but then I'm just look like a fucking mobster.
We could do it, and
I
we
was
could
even
call
done
it.
talking and you were talking.
I'm sorry. I thought I was yes-anding. I should have let you be done.
You got the therapy pillow vibe and everything.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Hey, I like that.
Spiders. Sorry.
Spiders.
Spider's back. Did I cut everyone off? Now where are we at?
I was just gonna say I think it'd be fun if we did a biker gang episode, and we're just all wearing leather jackets.
And we talk about our gang. We each are from a different gang, and we talk about our gang.
I love this.
Sons of Manarchy.
Oh, now you're thinking.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
That's a first.
I'm from Sons of Mayo.
Sons of Mayo? Son of Rick. Who's Son of Mayo?
All right,
Like mayonnaise.
are we
Why?
good?
No, I don't think I don't understand that joke.
You said at the beginning of this, and we're gonna yes and everything. Out of Sons of Mayo. Why?
They don't talk about it improv. Yes, and I go, wait, why? What did you say?
Why are you doing that?
All right,
All right.
are we good?
Yeah, I think so.
Fists in.
Fists in.
That's how we're ending.
10,000.
No, get fists in. Fists in.
Oh,
Do-
like
do it
this?
from a distance.
What are we
It's
riding
okay.
bikes?
We'll
All
go
of
and
them.
go. And then all right, what's our call? To
go-
arms.
Oh, that's a great Nick Cage.
Podcast. I don't know.
To 10,000
Oh, 210,000.
Yeah.
and beyond.
That's really good.
Yeah, all right.
All right, fists in. Ready?
Yeah.
To
Two-
10,000
and
and beyond.